New details. A former Jackson County inmate says he was raped in jail, then sent the bill for his injuries.
And he's breaking his silence and telling our investigative team that the guards wanted to cover it up. Investigative reporter Angie Racono is taking a closer look at security problems inside the Jackson County Jail. And Angie, this is one story in a list of troubling issues at that jail.
It is. And Brad and Ellen, this jail is under the microscope. The FBI is investigating allegations of guard misconduct. A former U.S. prosecutor is reviewing security breakdowns. There are stories of rape, cell doors that don't lock, and accused murderers simply roaming around this jail in the middle of the night. Tonight, a man who spent 30 days in this jail on a probation violation due to marijuana says he was raped. And what happened next should make everyone question who runs this jail.
It's killed me. It's taken my manhood. I mean, it's killed. I haven't even talked to nobody about it. I mean, I can't. I don't have a whole lot left inside right now. I don't feel like at all, by any means.
Matthew struggles to describe what happened in the dark.
I didn't even hear him. The only thing I knew was when I felt, his hand on my shoulder, or actually shoulder and head, and he pushed up against the wall and told me to shut my mouth.
Matthew says he was slammed against the wall and raped. He says a female guard checked on inmates after his attack, but Matthew claims his rapist and the guard were actually friends. The two traded words and then items through the door.
Big baggies, big clear baggies of white powder.
Okay, so white baggies are going through from a guard. What did you think?
I knew then I was screwed.
Matthew says the female guard made eye contact with him, but ignored his broken teeth, tears on his face, and visible signs of rape. She left. Matthew says he was drugged back into the bathroom and raped again.
So he's torn me, he's killed me. I mean, I can't talk about things, Sorry, I'm trying to hold back.
Matthew was sent by ambulance to Truman Medical Center. Nurses and doctors performed a rape kit. Matthew says he needed more than 10 stitches.
He called and told us. He called from the hospital.
These are Matthew's parents.
He was afraid to sleep.
Matthew left the hospital and returned to jail. He says another guard pulled him aside and told Matthew to deny the rape.
He had pulled me out of the crowd I was talking to, asked me, or told me, that this had been his friend for quite some time. He knew him since the 5th floor. He knew him from other floors. He'd been there 2 years. He would like me to get on the phone and say this never happened. And
this was a guard.
This was a guard, a correctional officer that had been there 5 years.
Then this bill came in the mail. More than $900 for the ambulance ride.
Why would they do it? He is under their protection. They should be liable for that.
What did you think when you got the ambulance bill?
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. I mean, for them to call an ambulance for me, then send me a bill after this happens, I was beside myself.
Matthew says the only thing he can do is speak out so things will change.
I couldn't imagine this happening to anybody else, period, ever. I've never felt this way in my life as far as not feeling like a man. I know that sounds bad, but it's what's taken from me. I have nothing left inside right now. Nothing. And I just hope I can regain it back.
So here's what's ahead for Matthew. He'll continue to be tested for HIV and other STDs. He also plans to get counseling. He feels like he suffers from PTSD. Reporting live at the Jackson County Jail, Angie Racono, KCTV5 News.
Just a terrible ordeal. A couple of questions, Angie. One, is it normal for victims to be sent bills? And what does the jail say about this?
The jail says they are investigating, and we should point out that Matthew has hired a lawyer, so knowing that, they didn't want to make many comments. As for the bill, I was told this is normal procedure. Inmates receive free medical care in here, but if you have to leave and go to the hospital, you pay for it yourself. They suggested Matthew apply for victim compensation funds.
Angie, thank you.